Hello, my old school soul food family. Chef Jeffrey back with another video. Hey, today I'm doing something kind of different. It's not really old school. It is old school, but it ain't old school soul food. It's old school Mexican food. Hey, this is something I fell in love with when I was like 20, 21 years old. I didn't grow up eating this, of course. After I moved to the Houston area, I started tasted this at a restaurant, Mexican restaurant, Flan. I thought this was the most awesome thing. I like anything like creamy, like having like a creamy texture. I love it. And I fell in love with this stuff, and I was wondering, how do they make this stuff? It's so difficult probably to make it the way it was presented and everything, with the caramel on top and the nice custard filling. So I had this Mexican lady, used to live in an apartment complex where I used to live, and I mentioned to her about it. This lady had to be like 75, 80 years old. She was telling in Spanish, mijo, I think that's what they call son in Spanish, that she would show me how to make it. So one day I went to her apartment, and she showed me step by step how to make it. And it took me about 4 or 5, maybe 10 times to really accomplish it to perfection. But I did. So I've been making it for years, and I want to share this recipe with y'all and show them how she showed me how to make it. It might be different how other Hispanic Mexicans do it, but this is the way she makes hers, and I'm going to show y'all how I do mine according to her. So let me get my skillet on. The first thing you need to do is make the caramel to this. That's the bottom. Let me move my camera over here to it. I got to make the caramel that goes on top. It's the first thing I gotta do. So all that is, caramel is very simple to make. All it is sugar and water. That's all it is. But the key is, like she told me, she used a towel when she did hers. You just need to brush the sides of the skillet. You don't stir it at all. Once you put the sugar and the water in here, you do not stir it. You just kind of brush down the sides of it so the sugar doesn't come to the sides. And that's it. It takes about 2 or 3 minutes. So all it is, put some sugar in here and some water. Like I say, y'all got just sloshing around a little here. That's it. Incorporate it. And you're gonna let this come to a boil. You're gonna let this come to a boil. Very simple, y'all. And the key is, like I say, move this out the way right now. You just go around the sides of the skillet. But this doesn't take long. You want a nice golden amber, you know, depending how dark you want yours. I don't like mine too dark. A nice amber looking color. That's what I want. So we're gonna let this boil. Move it over here so y'all see what I'm doing. Because this is the key to the flan. This is what I fell in love with when I was doing eating the flan. Like, how did they get the filling on top of this? And it's just a caramel topping. That's all it is. Turn the fire up there. And like I say, you just go around the sides of this with the water. Make sure you don't get too dark. And if it ain't evenly dark inside, don't worry. Don't worry at all, y'all. Because it's going, once I pour it into the pan, it'll all even out. Right here, let me move my water over here. Like I say, this takes about a couple of minutes to turn brown. So I'm going to come back in about a minute, and I'm going to show y'all the process. I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, we back. Now you see how golden brown that's getting at the edge there? You don't want to touch it. You want to keep going with it. You keep brushing to the sides. In 1 second, we're going to pour it up. You don't want to touch it. That's the key. Y'all probably look at it like, wow. But you do not want to touch this. About 1 more minute there. See how that? And that's what we're going to do. Now we're going to take it off. Swirl it around. And pour it into our pan here. Now you can do yours a little darker, but me, I don't like mine too dark. You can do it darker, but that's as dark as I like mine right there. Now we're gonna set this to the side. Let me show y'all. Can y'all see that? That's as dark as I want mine. Now you can do it darker, like I say. Let me slosh it around here so we can get all the way around the pan here. That's the key. That's the key. Get it all mixed up in there really good. Okay. Now see that? Like I said, now you can do it darker than this, but that's as dark as I like mine. Okay, now I'm going to come right back and we're going to make the filling for this and we'll go to the next step. We'll be right back. Okay, y'all, we are back here. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to even break out my big mixer. I'm going to do this by hand. That's what she did hers. I'm going to cream my cream cheese. I'm gonna put two types of sugar in here, y'all, but I'm putting a little granulated sugar, and then the rest gonna be the carnation, you know, the what I call the Eagle brand milk, condensed milk. Add the egg, couple of eggs at a time. Very simple recipe, y'all. Okay, now let me scrape down the bowl because you definitely don't want any lumps in this stuff. That's very important because when you eat this, you got a nice smooth custard. And I'm definitely going to strain this when I pour it in the bowl to make absolutely sure I don't have any lumps of cream cheese in this, y'all. Very simple, y'all. I love this stuff. Okay, now, here goes the good stuff. Got a little vanilla I'm going to put in here. I'm using real Mexican vanilla, too. See that? Real Mexican vanilla. And I'm using the Mexican authentic condensed milk. The real stuff. That in there. Scrape all that goodness out of there, y'all. You don't want to leave nothing in there. They say, have not, waste not. And then we're going to put our carnation milk in here. I call it carnation milk. Evaporated milk. Put that in there. And now, put the mixer back on here and mix this really well. All goodness here, all that goodness. That's it. See how easy that was, y'all? Absolutely easy. Okay, now let me show you. We're gonna let's say I like to use a strainer, and we're gonna pour it right into the pan here. This here is crystallized. See how that's crystallized already? We're gonna pour that right into this. I use my strainer because I want to make sure I have no lumps. No lumps at all, y'all. That's the key. You want a nice, smooth flan. That's it. Now what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna cook it at 325 degrees, but I'm gonna put it in a water bath. Because if I don't put it in a water bath, it's not gonna cook evenly. It's not gonna be smooth. So this is another important step right here, y'all. Let me get my cup here. We're gonna fill it half the way up. Fill the pan halfway up to the pan in here with water, hot water. A bit more water. That's it. Now I'm gonna put it in the oven, 325 degrees for about 50 minutes. And we'll show you how it is when it come out the oven. We'll be right back. Okay, y'all, we back. Just took it out of the oven. Now I'm gonna take it out of this water bath here. And I'm gonna set it on the counter. This pan gonna be very hot, y'all. It is hot. Woo! Very hot. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let it sit on this counter for about an hour, hour and a half. Then I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator. You do not want to put it in the refrigerator right out of coming out of the oven. It will split. It will split on you like the Red Sea. You do not want to do that. Let it come to, a little bit room temperature, and then put it in the refrigerator for a couple of hours, and then we'll come back. We'll flip it out, and we'll have us some old school Mexican flan. So we'll be right back in a couple of hours. See y'all in a minute. Okay, y'all, we back. This thing has been cool about 3 hours here. Now the trick is to get this thing out of here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a knife and run around the outside edge of it. First thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna loosen it up. Now, next thing I'm gonna do, I got some hot water over here in the sink. I'm gonna set it in the hot water about a minute. Not even a minute. To kind of loosen up the bottom of the pan here. Okay. Now, my platter here. For the thump, y'all. There we go. Look at that. See that? That's what you want, y'all. Beautiful flan. See how pretty that is? See how pretty that is come out? That's what you want. That's the way she taught me. I've been doing it like this for years. If you go by my recipe, then I got this, some still in here, some still caramelization still in here, but that's the color I want and everything. So I'm gonna take a thumbnail right quick, y'all, and I'm gonna be right back here, and we're gonna cut us a slice and see how it tastes. I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, let's cut a piece here. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah. This stuff, I love this stuff, y'all. Actually, I could eat this whole flan by myself, y'all. Don't judge me. Don't judge me, y'all. Don't judge me. Oh yeah. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. Look how pretty that is, y'all. Okay, let me try a piece of here. Oh yeah, I know this is good. Oh my God. Y'all, this is so light, so creamy. Awesome. Try one more little piece here. Excellent. Dessert. Very simple, very easy. Like I was telling y'all, I thought flan was the most difficult thing to make when I first ate it. And the Mexican lady, she told me, it took me about 5 or 6 times to really conquer it. Because I had problem with the caramel, but I was scared to stir it. I was supposed to try to stir it. She said, do not stir it, let it just cook its own. And this is a nice color you want to come out with. So yeah. Anyway, something different. Try this recipe. Get a nice recipe for for your family one weekend, something different. But anyway, if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Please comment. Please follow my other social media accounts: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch TV, Pinterest, and oldschoolsoulfood.com. And remember the hashtag 2021, help somebody, Old School Soul Food. Until next time, have a blessed Old School Soul Food day. Love y'all.